We were doing the In-Betweeners once. We needed a close-up of me pressing a doorbell, just my hand pressing the doorbell, and the first time I missed the doorbell.
Didn't do another take.
Because I was looking at the monitor. I just sort of went like that. That's it. That's when
Are you okay?
That's when you know you're supposed to be an actor, when you're completely fucking useless at
That's why you're not supposed to look at the shots.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the annual Sugar Pine 7 podcast. We have famous actor Jane Buckley. He was in the In-Betweeners and White Gold.
Jane Buckley.
Jane.
Oh,
yeah? Well, I saw Tony Revolori last night. And
So did I.
And he said hi to me only.
He said hi to me as
Shut
well.
up! Shut up!
He said hi to me as
Shut
well.
up. Welcome back to Beyond
He
the Pine.
hugged me.
Your face is completely blocked.
And he
by
hugged
the
me.
computer And your headphones and your mic.
Easily.
You look like a little nomad.
I think it's worse now.
No, it's got to be better now. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way I'm
If
blocked
you
out.
can see the camera can see you.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I said
don't know
about
if this
Voldemort.
works
Turn
like that.
around, though.
Well, before we begin, I just want to thank our sponsors for sponsoring this podcast and keeping us afloat and making Rooster Teeth happy, making us happy. And our sponsors for this podcast are Stitch Fix and Vincero. And to begin, our very first sponsor is Stitch Fix. You can tell a guy who's got style. He always looks great and seems confident, like me. Like he's ready for anything. Well, that takes a certain skill set. And not all of us were born with it, unfortunately. I mean, like Kib.
I was born with
Nope.
the confidence and charm of a modern eagle.
But now there's an easy way to look better. Let me tell you about Stitch Fix Men. Stitch Fix is the new way to shop for clothes, and it's unbelievably simple. Just go to StitchFix.com and answer some questions about your sizes, what styles you like, and how much you want to spend. Stitch Fix has clothes for every guy and his style. It's not just one look. Your personal stylist then uses your preferences and the other information you enter to select brand new clothes just for you. The items are delivered right to your home. You try them on, and you only pay for what you keep. Just send anything you don't want back. Shipping is free both ways.
How can I keep it and pay for none of it?
That's illegal. So get your fix on demand or sign up to receive scheduled shipments. Guys of all shapes, sizes, and budgets agree. Defining your new style starts with Stitch Fix. Try them out today. You've got nothing to lose. Get started now at StitchFix.com/pine. And you'll also get 25% off when you keep all 5 items in your box. That's StitchFix.com/pine to get started today. StitchFix.com/pine /pine
/pine. Everybody's gonna get this
Pine.
fix.
Oh,
Get
dude.
the fix.
Congratulations, by the way. You killed it. You absolutely killed it.
I'm so fucking glad I didn't fuck up.
I was a little worried that you were going to say something on air that was just absolutely
I've gotten past that. Remember, I was kind of
What
bad
are we
for that
talking about?
I
2
thought-
years
the
ago.
Ellen thing.
I thought you were great.
Holy
I thought
shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, you came across
Did you
really
even see
sweet
it?
and
I
really
missed it.
charming
Well, I
and-
just tried to be. You actually missed it.
I missed it. You didn't tell me what day it was going to be.
I told everyone in the group chat, dude.
It's literally, I can show you the text right now.
I don't know if I
Don't
have
show me
a-
the text.
Maybe I can email them
Don't-
to get a recording.
I
don't know.
literally got cable in order to watch it on TV. Oh, wait, no. That's the thing. I got cable, but turns out it's on a local
not even
network,
on
so you don't
cable.
need
It's on like
cable.
channel 4.
I don't remember.
It was scary as fuck, though, dude. Did I tell you guys about like the well, you saw and you saw?
She didn't try.
I literally laughed so hard I peed like the littlest bit.
She
I was
didn't try
laughing
to
myself.
scare
She
you.
made you laugh, or did you make you laugh?
Kind of her. Like I said something and then I forget what her reply was, but it made me laugh. And then I had to pee, and I always hold my pee before I do anything.
do?
I don't know why you
Then
do
I have
that.
excitement. It keeps like the energy
No, you
levels.
do that, yeah.
God, I wish you peed in her chair. Her famous
Well,
chair.
I was
In her
sitting.
chair?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
like wet myself, but like just a dribble, and I was like, well, there's definitely a little bit of pee from that laugh.
You've been on have you ever been on Ellen?
No, I've not. No,
Have you ever been offered to be on Ellen?
not yet.
Well, I mean, clearly they pick anybody.
No, they don't just pick anybody.
No, they don't. You were great. You were really good.
Why
I thought
did
you-
she pick,
I thought you
like-
come across really well.
How did you even find out about SP7 or you?
God, no, I imagine it's her her production team.
So they're trying to get into YouTube or something? I mean, I guess they had Tyler
well,
Oakley
they've
on,
had
but
they've
he's
had Jimmy the Neutron.
Kimmel.
No,
Jimmy
who's
Neutron.
who's that Jimmy from the Bronx?
Jimmy Tatro?
Jimmy Tatro. I think he's been on Ellen.
Really?
I think so.
Well,
I think
he's, like,
Tyler
he's
Oakley's been on
broken out of
Ellen.
YouTube for sure.
There's been a couple. There's been like a few.
That's interesting. I wonder if she's going to start switching over to, because she's probably exhausted all the celebrities you could possibly bring on.
Well, there's always new actors and stuff, but I mean, I imagine that the new media is starting to see YouTube as like a legitimate source of entertainment now, so they're looking at the bigger people and like, we're not giant,
And
but
you're
like,
it didn't
we're
feel
fresh.
like it didn't feel like she knew much about what we do though,
Not really, no.
which is hilarious.
Like she was
Was
briefed.
it awkward at all?
No,
I have to
it was.
fucking watch this
She
again.
looked a little awkward.
It wasn't.
I didn't think it was awkward.
The only thing that was like slightly awkward is her lack of knowledge. I'm just shit talking Ellen. Her lack of knowledge towards what YouTubers are and how that compares. I mean, she understood.
So
but,
did you guys
like,
talk at all like after the show or before the show or anything?
Yeah, did
barely.
you-
So
Oh, really?
you're not
So
going to
you
get
didn't-
invited.
You didn't get numbers or anything, or
If you got invited to Ellen's birthday party, that'd be so cool.
you're not going to go to the big Ellen mansion.
The Elantion.
And it just says Ellen
It's
on
just
it.
a big E.
But
Did
I mean-
anybody there know who you were?
Yeah.
When
Some of the audience members, I imagine.
I noticed that
They weren't like fans.
The
but-
clapping when you came out is not the same as the clapping for George Clooney.
because they're like, who is this YouTuber? But I think people clapping, they were like, woo, or just,
You killed it though.
they understood. Thank
yeah,
you.
really
there
did.
was, there
Thanks,
was
man.
big laughs, and if the crowd didn't know who you are, they were
They do
certainly
now.
supportive. Yeah, they were,
Self-deprecating humor
I thought it
goes a
was
long
great.
way.
I thought it was really good.
I really thought we were going to get a big subscriber boost from that.
We did. We got some.
Probably like 20.
Fuck off.
All right.
Well, I mean, you'd think of
Ungrateful.
Ellen's demographic.
Yeah.
It's probably older people though, isn't it? So
Yeah.
older.
Dogs and cats.
They're just on Facebook.
Dog and cat Instagram accounts followed us
God,
a
I
lot
hate
of them.
Facebook so much. At me, bitch.
At me, bitch.
Oh, I don't know if I went into like great detail about this. I don't know if maybe I did with you, but I called the police the other night.
You didn't go into full well, you did, but it was like, it wasn't that exciting.
It was a bit uneventful.
Well, let me break it down in an exciting way. So sometimes at the office, I got a new laptop, so I've been able to go home. But sometimes if I really have to render some shit out and I have to get it done, I just have to stay at the office as late as possible. So I was staying at the office probably a couple nights this week until I'd say about 4 a.m. Trying to get videos done. And
I'm going to interject because this will play into that story with
Okay.
what James happened. So just this will start the story off. James calls me to see how soon I'm going to be at the office. And he's like, yeah, I got to the office and Steve was just fucking passed out in the other room sleeping. And I was like, I thought he wasn't sleeping at the office anymore.
dude, there's nothing I can do sometimes because, well, I mean, I have to go home now because this computer's broken, but
I'll fix it.
fucked.
I've had to stay because it just is so much faster on that computer to render because I have like one of the best processors ever.
Actually, I have an extreme processor. It is
Okay,
an
anyway.
Just
So I've been staying at the office late, and from about 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the parking lot right down there have been a gaggle of homeless, and they've converged mostly around our little area right here.
and not good homeless people, like crack addicts.
People that will come up
Back
to you
at
and
like a
will
crack
harass
Yeah,
you.
like they collect things and they have a little flea market out on the street.
And at first I didn't understand
Forget
fully
my
why
clothes.
Autumn wants to work more out of like the Culver City office than here. And now I totally get it. Because the first time I noticed this, I was harassed by a guy who said he was Reggie Bush's uncle and he wanted me to film him. And I looked it up.
And I did.
I couldn't find any information about
You
Reggie
did,
Bush's
though.
uncle.
Hey, you got a
right?
camera? Did you know I'm Reggie Bush's uncle?
But we can talk more about that later. But
Y'all
there-
building a bike.
the point is there are a bunch of homeless people that just keep staying here. And from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m., there's someone that's just been screaming nonstop. Screaming and yelling
Like,
at
what kind of scream?
like,
is it like
uh,
for help or is it like just?
I don't give a shit about you.
Oh, the girl?
No, it's a guy.
I heard this girl yelling at someone. And
Was she the witch?
no, this was like some lady yelling at some guy. Like, it was
Oh, I remember that. I was here.
terrifying, dude.
She was across the street. It sounded like she was getting raped.
No, that was a different lady, but also
Oh,
that,
this neighborhood sucks.
she was like, yeah.
Remember the witch that wanders around?
Oh, the witch doctor lady.
so there are a
yeah.
lot of people in this neighborhood that, but from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m., this one guy and I noticed it a couple times. So this time I went outside and I cracked the door a little bit and I yelled, "Shut the fuck up!" And then immediately when I said that, I was like, I've done a bad thing.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so at all.
Well,
Well,
They need to be told to
well,
shut the fuck up.
they-
Dude, I have a
Wow.
fucking gun under my desk.
When you're here alone, it's scared to do that, but like they deserve to be told to shut the
but
fuck up.
also
Just
he
shoot-
didn't.
just shoot,
is the
just
thing.
shoot him to kill.
And
Oh, God,
I
he
figured I
was
was just going to
screaming.
piss him off, right? So I thought immediately afterwards, I was like, oh, God, thank God the doors are locked down there, and this door's now locked. I should call the
And then
police.
he fucking teleported to in front
Well,
of the door.
I heard,
Right?
I like put my little ear up to underneath
It's
the
not
door.
this one. This one's a little one I have behind my other ear.
And I listened to see because he was still screaming. I was like, "Oh, God, is he talking shit about me?" And
he talking shit?
The other guy was like, "Dude, some guy just came out of the office, told you to shut the fuck up." I was like, "I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'll go up there right now." And I'm like, "Oh, well, you can't surely." So I called the police. I actually texted Alyssa and I was like, "What do I do?" And she was like, "You know, the police have a non-emergency hotline." So I called that and I was like, "I don't mean to bug you guys. I just wanted to
1011.
make note of this just in case, someone attacks me or something." There's been a guy that's screaming outside of the office every night from like 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. She's like, "All right, what's your address?" I was like, "Yeah," I told her the address. And then a couple cops came out and I snuck down and I crawled underneath the gate and I talked to them for a little bit. The next day, I noticed it when we were leaving that the tent. They put up a tent, by the way. The homeless people there.
Oh, there's been
It was a
tents there
fucking
for
shanty
days.
town. It was 18
Yeah,
years
there
old.
was a shanty town.
It's become a shanty town, exactly. And
I
there
spent
were
a lot of my weekends there.
cops the next morning talking to them. And then when we were done shooting, we came back probably about 4 p.m. Everybody was gone. No tents. No people hanging around on the sidewalk.
Good news is they're back.
Dead,
Are they really?
Dead bodies
Yes.
everywhere.
No, really?
Yes.
Actually?
Yes, they're all over the place. That same day we saw
The
that guy.
tent's gone.
I don't know about the tent.
The same day, there was a new thing that was built when we came back. It was a fucking bike shop. Remember that? It was right
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
there.
That's what I'm talking about. They
When
were
we
there.
left, that shit down right there was gone. But then when we came back, right in front of the office near that little bush, there was a fucking
16
just bike
bicycles.
parts everywhere. This guy like selling
It's
bikes.
like when you kill a cartel leader. I'd love to be able to do whatever I can to help, but these people
And
that
you
are
have-
down
you have
there
the
in that
financial
parking lot,
ability to.
the people down there in the parking lot in particular are there because there's a place that sells drugs really
Yeah.
close.
No, we're specifically talking about the homeless people. Not all of them, but a lot of them that are here that are fucking asshole crack addicts who are destructive
Well,
and loud and
yeah.
awful.
And there's a person that supposedly
them.
came into our back room over there. Autumn was the only person in the office. Someone had left the door unlocked, and someone just walked into the back room. She
Can I
didn't
get
know
a
who
$10
it was.
blowjob, please?
Yeah, but she didn't see them or anything because I think they left right away. But still, it's like this is not a safe area that we're in.
No, we're
and
Yeah, we've had people fucking walk in here.
and it's like there are definitely gang members that come around this area too, and it's just the whole mix of everybody that's in here. It's nice to be able to see some results from calling the police, and
Yeah.
maybe there aren't any results, and that is frustrating.
Now, why do you think they responded to you and helped to you? What about you
White.
made it? Yeah,
They were very
maybe.
surprised that I was a nerdy white guy.
Really?
Oh yeah,
They're like,
they're like
little
"You-
boy, what do you do in this neighborhood?
Excuse me, little
Where are
girl.
your
What's
parents?
going on?
I go out there to-
What do they touch you on your boobs?
Little girl, I'm gonna need you to call your parents.
I go out there and I'm talking to them, and the first thing they say to me is like, "You're working out here," and like,
Unfortunately.
and I was like,
Yeah, I'm doing oil drilling up in my office.
they were very surprised that it was me and not the people from the tattoo parlor. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, no, they would have
Wow.
just
I'm
popped
gonna
the
get
cap
water
up
real-
day ass.
Yeah.
It's difficult, isn't it?
It is difficult.
It is difficult. Poor. You know, no one wants to be homeless.
No,
It can-
I mean it's awful.
it can happen so quickly. You can it just
Yeah, truly.
completely change, and then
My whole thing is
You're
that
trying to save us.
He is.
no,
I'm
it's not even
trying
about
to,
saving. Look, it's true what you're saying. It's
Yeah.
like it's literally it's like
I quite
There-
like homeless people. I've got quite a lot of time for them, and I talk to them quite a lot. And it's a lot of it's it's hand in hand with mental health. That's why they
Yes,
stand out
yeah.
screaming.
It's mental
I mean,
health
yeah.
and drug addiction
Obviously,
for the
if
most
there's
part.
a situation where you're actually sort of scared that you've provoked them by telling them to shut the fuck up.
No, I
well,
know.
if they're
It's
mentally unstable too. You never know.
It's a
with
very-
that.
That's right,
And it's
yeah.
not saying like, fuck you. I say fuck you to the fucking drug addicts who are like breaking
That-
into people's cars
exactly.
and shit, and like because you almost had your fucking car.
Yeah, the guy
broken
fucking
into.
took his shirt off and his fucking dick was hanging out. He told me he was gonna beat the shit out of me and started walking at me to fucking fight me.
Like, here's the thing.
I was
with
like,
me-
no, you're not gonna fucking fight me. I'm gonna get my car and leave, you fucking psycho.
Well, here's the thing with me
That
though.
showed
It's
him.
like
yeah,
Tough guy. No,
Well,
you're not going to fucking
the
fight
cops
me
were called and he
because
was
I'm
never-
gonna
he was-
walk away.
yeah, but he never came back. I'm the bigger man. I wasn't about to beat up some poor guy.
Try and fight me now.
Of
All the
course.
way over here.
if I could feel empathy, I would feel empathy for them.
Okay.
You know?
Of course you don't. Because
But
you
here's
don't,
the thing.
You don't
Here-
care what anyone thinks about you,
Here's the
which
thing.
we discovered recently.
There is a system
Steven's
for
a
people.
psychopath.
Oh, we've moved on.
But there's a system for people.
Damn it, man. That was the perfect transition, and you didn't see it.
Well, I wanted to keep talking about it.
Okay, what?
I was gonna say like there's a system. There's
Pac-Man-
a system for people who are in an unfortunate situation and it's welfare. And
It's
you
not a
can,
very good situation.
But
System.
there is a system. It's not a good situation. There is a system that
yeah.
still
I'm
can
saying it's
get,
not a very good system.
it
Yeah.
can still get you off the streets and there's like things that you can do. The people
Here's
that
the
are
thing.
homeless
Young
are there
kid.
because of mental illness and that's really unfortunate, or drug addiction, and that is like
I think that it's such
You know what I
a
mean?
gray area. The entire thing is so gray where all of those factors come into play most of the time.
Yeah.
And if you were to give somebody who does not have hope and has not had luck in life and has not had good situations or good like fortune on them in life and have found themselves in this situation, and you give them a small amount of money to try to get them off the street, they don't have the willpower to use that money to get themselves off the street as easy as they would use it just to continue using drugs
Do you
and
want
stuff
to know
like
my
that.
solution? Do you want to know my solution?
Battle Royale.
My solution to every single problem on
Love.
this planet. Get rid of money.
Okay, fuck off.
barter
Sorry,
system.
I'm a capitalist.
Barter system.
Sorry,
think-
Mr.
I think next
Mr.
week, a couple days,
Labour Party.
we should spend a couple days, the next like maybe month or so, helping out people.
I'd
Yeah.
love
I
to.
think that'd be nice.
awesome.
Seriously, we might as well.
Maybe we could put a link in the description or something for for aid.
Yeah.
That'd be nice too.
AIDS.
But it's not like, we're not empathetic to the situations of, homeless
no,
people.
Yeah, it's just you.
you just sound like
Not empathetic.
No, it's
because
just
I have no empathy for other people.
no. It's just
Yeah.
the certain instances that happen that you're like, fuck this. But yeah, as a whole, it's an interesting situation. But yeah, you're a fucking sociopath, dude. And so,
How'd you guys discover that?
You told us, but we've known
because-
for a long
no,
time.
we
I don't think
discovered
it
it-
makes me. I don't think it makes me
Look, look,
sociopath.
we discovered
I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm just
it was
tired.
A bizarre conversation.
no, I'll tell you how we figured it out. It's
There
because
was
you
2 seconds of silence
for
after
10
you
minutes you've been trying
made
to
that
change this
statement as well.
topic into you having us talk to you about
but
how you're a
clearly,
sociopath.
I have empathy about myself.
Yes.
Yes, that's
that's narcissism.
Yeah, there you go. It's narcissism.
There was a split
Narcissism.
second.
That's the main thing in a sociopathic person's head is self-preservation,
Yesterday when you said
self-praise.
that, you said, "Oh, I just don't care what any." I've got to the point in my life where I just don't care, like as if it's a general thing that
Yeah.
everyone goes through.
That you don't care.
I don't care
people
what
think of
anyone
you,
think of me.
And if
then
I
there was a
make
split
someone
second
mad,
where
you
we all
don't
just
care.
went,
Yeah.
And you specifically
I
said
used
even
to.
us in
You
the
did
car,
used to.
even
But
your
no.
closest friends in the car.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing.
and you were saying that as
You
well. You were
specifically
going, "I
said,
don't care what
I
you
don't
think."
give a
of
shit.
me."
Yeah, like,
If
he
you
was
guys are mad
he's
at
like,
me-
yeah, even you guys, like, I don't.
He's like, I don't care if you're
I
mad
was
at me,
ready to crash
my
the fucking
parents,
car.
Anybody, I don't
I was about
care
to
if
ready to
they're mad at
crash
me.
your car,
Oh, yeah.
It's
Well,
just like
yeah.
a
kill you first.
I used to care. I
You
used
did.
to, and
I
then
know.
I started doing this business, and then eventually this just eats up all 99% of my brain. So I have no time to think about what anybody else thinks about me ever. And if someone has an issue with me, or someone ever has something to bother me with, it's just fuck off.
Here's the thing.
That's
I
not
think
true,
that you
though.
do have time to deal with that, and you choose not to. And
For sure.
that's what the issue is. And
I think that's true, but you also care more than you think you do because I've seen it.
a little bit. Yeah.
About
now
what?
and again.
What
You'll
do I
have
A
care?
lot of
spurts.
things.
You'll have
A lot
spurts of
fucking
caring.
things.
Really good.
Little times where you'll have little spurts of
Yeah,
caring.
that's-
I think
great news.
But I think that you see that as a weakness.
Yeah. Or that it will.
No, it's just annoying. That's what it is. It's
Yeah,
just
but that's
a-
called being a friend and being a human. It is annoying when other people have issues, but you want to help them because they're your friend.
Is it? Is
Yes.
that why?
Yes.
But I don't
you're-
wanna.
but
If you're joking right now, it's not that funny, and if you're serious,
I'm
it's kind of
serious.
fucked.
I'm serious, and it is
So
kind
I
of
know
also,
you are. I
also it's
I
even
know.
worse than that because
not
it's
judging
not,
you. I
you're
know
not
you.
even just talking about someone coming to you with a problem, someone that you know. You're talking about just also what you do, and you don't care what.
Yeah,
other
like
people
if you hurt someone's feelings or something, you don't give a shit. For the most part.
because that's what you
Yes.
said. You were like,
Yes.
Dude, I don't give a shit if I hurt someone's feelings at all. I don't
and you
care.
do all the time. You hurt
Because-
my feelings all the time.
Yeah, but I guess in my mind, okay. So this is let me just try to
This is
rationalize.
an interesting
Let me just try
podcast.
to
This is
rationalize
fun.
it. If I
It's
hurt
okay.
someone's feelings, I never go out of my way to hurt someone's feelings. If something I've said offends somebody, I just assume, oh, they're weak, and whatever I've said is right.
And I think that you're wrong.
So I'm trying to think of things
But
that
who are you to?
But I think
how
who are you to
here's
think
the real
that?
thing. I think your Adderall, whatever that you're taking, you know this, has made you more irritable.
For sure.
Which has contributed to that, so that you get more irritated easily, and you're more stern, and you're more aggressive as far as things like that, and not caring about how people feel. It's a bad recipe for sure. But us being your friends, we've just learned to accept it.
Is it like situations where
it's just empathy. You
how
lack empathy.
How do I make you guys feel bad? Do you think?
Oh, all the time.
Like how?
I just think that you do things without.
This is good.
Like
This was meant to be funny.
no, I think
No,
it's really
now it's
this
turned
is
into an
interesting.
intervention.
That's okay. This is interesting. I'm not
But
no
obviously
bad feelings towards
but
you. I
also
love
Stephen
you.
doesn't care, so
But-
it's fine.
Yeah, no, I don't give a shit.
I don't know, dude. It's hard to.
But I'm
Think
sure
of
there
it.
have been situations in the past.
There will be
where-
one after this podcast later today.
Yeah, like it's usually. I feel like it's usually when I'm frustrated with something you've done.
Maybe, yeah, but even there's times where like we would both be like, "You shouldn't." Oh, what was the time recently where we were both like, we literally both like, "What the fuck is wrong with him today?" It was semi-recently. Even you were, and I was like, "Am I not? Am I
I
crazy
experienced
here?"
that a lot with you.
Yeah.
What is it though?
I
trying to
don't even remember. What was it?
I'm just so used to it.
Well, if you can't remember it, I
Also,
guess it's not that big a
this
deal.
all the
isn't-
time,
this isn't,
dude.
this isn't a really, this might be fun for you, but this isn't a very like.
I think
This is
people
making me
are
a little
interested
pissed.
in this. It's not making me pissed. It's
just a conversation.
it's communication
because you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
no, I'm
You're
very
not gonna,
interested.
you're not going to learn from this. You're going to
We
be
don't know
exactly
that.
the same.
True.
but I want to know what.
But you know what?
it
I
is
think subconsciously,
specifically.
if he's aware of it a little bit, it
Exactly.
will improve it.
Yeah, because if there's like
And-
situations where that I'm actually making you guys feel
But
bad.
you just said you don't care. You
But
just said that
he-
you don't
but I
care
want-
if you
here's-
make people feel bad.
but I don't know when I'm doing it.
And dude, he kind of wants to not care. You know what I mean?
But I also
A little
don't
bit.
know like which things in particular that I say and I do that put you in that situation because then I would avoid that.
it's
easily.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can help it a little bit. So there's certain times where like you will disagree. You'll
I
be
just
like,
want to know what it is.
It's little things that you shouldn't be mad about. I think, like,
Oh, I don't know. I think I think that's a different thing. Because I get annoyed with stuff that you shouldn't get annoyed with.
yeah,
and
but
things
you don't.
irritate me.
I don't think
The
you
what-
probably make
that's-
people feel bad about it. You know what I mean?
Uh,
And then not
I'd
care
like
that
to-
you made them feel bad.
But also, I still get what Steven's saying as well, because it would be. It would free you up. It would lift the weight off your shoulders if you like Trevor. Like, I still feel bad.
Oh yeah.
Feel bad for Trevor right now. And I was thinking about it last night while I was in bed. I'm just like, oh man, I hope that you got that I was joking. I was just joking with him. And
I don't think he does.
Well, if he should be
But
upset
if
with
he-
anybody,
he
it would
knows.
be me.
He does know you were joking. And he knows we were all joking.
But yeah, if I didn't have that, then yeah, I'd sleep easier at night. But then also, I'd be an unfeeling bastard.
I don't know, man.
I'd be
Like,
a cold. I might as well just be this cup.
I think, dude, to point it out in the moment, you still wouldn't give a shit. And it's hard to remember all the little things, and it
Yeah.
doesn't make you a bad person. It's just something that you are, and we've learned to accept it because we can't change you. And you know what I mean? And I think
But maybe you can.
I don't think that's not our place. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like the things that you get annoyed about to me about, whether it's like little things like forgetting something or something. Like, I can't just change. I
feel
can't
like we've
just
had
I can't
this
just be
talk
better.
Before, like
I
personally,
can try to
too.
be better. Yeah, we
I feel
have.
like we've had these talks before, like
Absolutely
a couple
have.
times, and
This is-
it hasn't really changed. And also before, during this conversation, you literally said, "I don't care if I hurt someone's feeling," and then you're kind of now saying that, "Make me see what I'm doing wrong so I can change." And
It's because-
it makes me feel like you are literally saying that because this is all making you sound like a piece of shit.
No, I don't care if I sound like a piece of shit. I just if there's
No,
actually
I
like
do think he
situations where
genuinely wants to
you're
change a
being
bit.
like bothered and I can avoid that, that would be amazing. That would
I
be
tell
cool.
you every time that you piss me off. I
No,
say
you don't.
I don't at all.
I absolutely
Because-
do. Every time that you do something I don't agree with, or that pisses me off, or that isn't like what I think is right, I literally say it to your face.
But then I usually think that I'm right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say exactly.
what-
That's why I
yeah.
don't
So
tell
then
you.
that's why there's a clash because I'm like, oh, well, no, I'm right. So then James is wrong, and then you
True.
think I'm wrong, and then you're right. So then it just nothing ever
but
gets
usually
solved.
if you hurt
again,
his
that's
real quick,
different. I
real
think
quick.
that
yeah,
is
go on.
different.
If
That's not-
you hurt
but
someone's
I'm-
feelings, hold up. If you hurt someone's feelings, you don't have to agree with the fact with whatever it is. You can be like, no, I'm right, but it's because you lack empathy that if their feelings are hurt, those feelings are valid no matter how you feel about whatever you did. There's still you hurt their feelings, and
I
that's
guess-
what you need to
I
apologize.
think it's
for
usually situations that aren't about hurting people's feelings here in the office. It's usually just disagreements about certain things. So it's like it's not a feelings related thing.
For me, it's feelings.
I think that's
It won't even
I
be
think
something
that's
we
a different
agree
thing. I think it's
Yeah,
totally
I
fine.
think we're talking
it's-
about a different
I think
thing.
it's totally
'Cause I
fine
don't
to
think
disagree with someone
I usually-
and not
yeah.
see eye to eye. But what you said in the car was that you don't care what people think about you.
or if he hurts their feelings. He also said that.
He did say hurt their feelings.
The hurts.
okay.
Yeah, I think that's what.
and I think you do care a little bit, but in the moment you don't. After you
And
think
that
about it
means
later.
that means morally, there's no sort of linchpin, or there's no sort of standard that you can set yourself.
Or-
at.
And the
or
weird
you-
thing is, there
so you-
used to be.
so
Or
you
maybe it's
can- you
just
can just-
impulsive. Maybe you're just impulsive,
But
so,
sure.
so that you'll say something.
and this
where
isn't.
you're-
I don't want you to feel like this is
Okay.
an attack now. Sorry, I just feel bad as well because I don't.
Well, you
want
brought it on.
No, it's fine.
You
Yeah.
did, yeah. But I love you. I still love
I-
you.
I
You know
brought
what
it
I
up.
love you so much.
Obviously.
You know what
I
I mean?
hate
All
you.
you
I
guys.
brought it
I
up.
love you, dude.
I brought it up to make fun of him for saying a weird thing.
Yeah, this started as like a funny thing,
But
and then
this
it got
is really
real.
interesting. And
But-
people are going to really enjoy this.
No, yeah,
I think they're going to go hard on you, and I'm sorry that you're going to get that.
No,
backlash,
it doesn't
but
bother me. It's just I think it's
Obviously.
interesting.
It is.
You know,
It is
'Cause
interesting.
I'd like to figure it out.
yeah,
That's-
put this all in as much as you want.
I think you're fine. I think
do.
think what it is that maybe that you. I think you are actually quite sensitive, and I think you're.
I've built a wall.
I think you have. No, I'm not even joking. I think it's a defense mechanism, and there's been times where you've tried to, I don't know, maybe show some sort of feeling towards someone, or try and be there for someone, or something like that, and you've been burnt showing, or yeah, like you
I think
see
I know
as
what
like a
it is.
weakness, or
It's because I have so much stress with all of this
Mhm.
that I just don't want to
Add
focus on anything else.
well, then
Yeah.
you
No,
need
I
to
hear you.
you need to decide then whether it's all worth it.
It is.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah, and that's why I don't change.
But
Yeah,
wait,
that
no,
makes sense.
because
Understand.
you might think that it's worth it now because it's in the moment, and
It's worth it for the business. Yeah.
for the foreseeable future, which could be like a couple years or whatever. It's important, but after that, all the impressions that you've made and all the relationships that you might have affected because of that, you aren't going to be able to just jump back into and be like, okay, now I have time to fix all this.
And
I'm sure there'll be a time where it comes around, because you're young and you're doing this and your work and your head's in work, and there'll be a time when your life changes and where something shifts, and you won't be so work focused. You'll be focused on other things, and I'm confident that this conversation will just be pointless by that point.
Yeah.
I think you'll just go.
Or maybe I'll look back at this conversation and be able to decipher exactly what it is that's wrong with me in the moment.
I don't think there's anything wrong with you. Don't think like that.
I think I'm broken, dude.
You're not broken. But
think
like
you broke me.
I think the lack of empathy does affect your relationships with people. I think like we're not even as close as we used to be. You know what I mean? We used to be so close.
Yeah,
I
we're
miss that
closer.
so
But
much.
we live together.
Yeah, but I mean, even when we didn't, I think that like working together has definitely affected that. And you said that. I remember before this was a business, Steve said to me in the car, he's like, "Do you think this is going to change our friendship?" And I said, "No." And it definitely has, and that's okay. We grow, and this is what it is.
But we still have those moments, you know,
Of
that are
course,
really
yeah,
cool.
no,
Like when
I
we
love
were
you so
driving around
much.
the other day, it was so
Yeah.
much fun.
Oh yeah, of course. I don't want you to think like that I don't love you and don't want to be your friend. Like,
Yeah.
this
And-
is a really
and
interesting
likewise, yeah.
conversation, though.
Oh, I genuinely.
Whether you wanna post this or not.
I do
Yeah, of course.
think I'll have to stay in the office till 4 o'clock in the morning is an actual excuse. I do, but that's because I have empathy, and I
Wait,
can understand.
Staying until 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, just sort of like no. Do you know what I mean? Just what you were saying. You're so. Oh, no, don't worry about it.
What? Did you fart?
Oh,
Did you fire?
Sorry, continue.
Did you?
No.
just.
No.
Like he's trying to say something.
I know.
know.
I know.
Just
I'm
fucking
just.
rip
I'm
one.
just trying to justify and try to understand how.
What
you
about the
think.
4 a.m. thing as an excuse?
Just that you're here, you're doing this, your
Like
mind's constantly
you-
on this. He's genuinely, because I've been here a few times now, and I know how hard you work, especially.
Yeah.
You play Call of Duty,
Yeah.
and you sit there trying to fix his computer.
Dude, I'm so upset. I am so upset. I tried to install new RAM. Now the whole thing's fucked.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a look at it.
But real quick, and then we can tie this up. I love you to death.
I love you too, man.
And anytime, because I also think that I'm very impulsive and reactionary in situations. Like if something makes me
This
upset-
morning I was offended by you.
I go out of my way to not offend you.
Really?
Yeah, we try to sometimes. Yeah, on the phone, it sounded like I could have took it wrong, but I took it as condescending. The way you're like, yeah, we know 9:30. We talked about it all day yesterday. I'm like, yes, I know that it's 9:30. I
and-
remember that, James. I wanted to know if you guys are going to be there at 9:30 so that I don't get there and wait.
I remember
I
there's
even
a,
was like to Sam Joe. I'm like,
I was.
God, I'm so mad at
I
James
had just
right now.
woken up and I was a little upset.
there's a time in the car.
Then I
Like,
asked you what time you guys were going to be there.
Yeah,
Trevored you.
because we had said 9:30.
But no one was here at 9:30.
He trevored you.
I was here at 9:30.
I fucked up.
True, and that was the other thing. I was thinking like I don't want to be here at 9:30 on the weekend waiting for everyone. Yeah.
So,
But I mean, I don't know why you would
well,
need
there
to be
was
mad
also
at
a
us.
point recently.
I was tired.
I remember
I just
Kib
literally
and I
just opened my
were
eyes.
Kib and I were in the car, and Kib was like, "You were upset with James for I don't remember what it was, but I was like, oh, dude, no, it's better just to not, because if you try to
Oh, it was
confront
when
him
I made
about
him
it,
mad,
it's
and I
just
was
gonna
like-
make him mad, more mad, and then it's just gonna
That's
lead
not
to
always true.
a terrible thing.
That's not always true. I'm not mad of you saying that to me
I'm
right
not
now.
mad now either.
I was
It's
literally
in the
just
moment
I was
thing.
literally just saying that I was a little, not even mad. I was literally just a little annoyed because I literally just opened my eyes.
And it was just like how you took it out.
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, dude, we said 9:30, because then I was also upset about having to be there at 9:30.
So that leads back into what my issue before is. I do go out of my way sometimes because I know you guys and I know like what upsets you,
Yeah.
but sometimes it just doesn't. I am impulsive and sometimes it just clicks
Yeah.
off. But like there are points where I do try to not upset you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
But
I recognize when you do that.
Yeah, but I appreciate that, but I also really
We have 30 seconds.
cool. I also really appreciate honesty and just being upfront. So even if you're afraid that I might react to it a certain way, just say it, because in a few seconds or a few minutes I'll be fine and I'll understand.
But I also think there's another way to say it. Be honest without hurting someone's feelings, and
Definitely.
that's the main thing that we need to keep in mind when we're.
That's what I
talking
struggle
about
with
things.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I love you.
I love you too.
And
I love
you.
all of you.
I love you and I love you.
I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent.
Buck, we're new. Oh,
I'm indifferent.
I'm indifferent.
What a
Just love
fucking
me.
interesting podcast. I have so much anxiety right now.
I don't have anxiety. I feel fine. That was good.
It's like a weird kind of anxiety where I don't know.
Buzzing.
Yeah, buzzing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit the trait.
I don't know what the hell I did to my computer. I'm so frustrated.
I think you maybe installed your graphics card wrong.
No, because I installed that a long
So
time
all
ago.
you did was plug your RAM in.
But didn't you just put a new one in, right? Are you
No,
sure that
I
it's-
put a new RAM in. I
Yeah.
put one stick of RAM in to.
Could it have been not compatible with your computer?
No, there are
No.
two. There are a couple situations. One, there's
Piston
something
it?
wrong with my motherboard. Two, I pushed the RAM in too hard and it broke.
If you broke the slot, you can still run it. You'd
Exactly.
have to take that RAM out.
But
though.
now nothing runs. No matter
So
what RAM card in, no matter if there's
we're
no
gonna do a
RAM.
little test. We're gonna put your two regular RAM sticks in and run it with the graphics card. Then we're gonna take the graphics card out and run it with just those two pieces of RAM. Then we're gonna take all the RAM out and the graphics card out and run it and see if it'll boot to the BIOS, and you can distinguish.
Oh God!
That's what they're gonna do at Fry's.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, man! That's gonna take like 5 minutes.
I know. It just always bothers me if there's something wrong with my computer. That's like
They're the
Yeah.
fucking worst issues.
Well, the good news is I think you fixed mine.
Yeah. It did. I hope.
No, I think so because I have like 80 gigs free.
I wanted to see you install like GTA on that and see if it crashes. Did you
I
play
haven't
it?
played it yet though.
Did you play it?
Yeah. God. It's fapping, dude.
Did you watch that stream the other day, by the way?
No.
Actually,
Actually, a little
Do you
bit.
know,
I watched a
I'm
couple
sure you know which
minutes of
stream
it.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
I watched some of
Everybody
it.
watched it.
The one with the Nigerian prince and
Yeah, Ninja.
and Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson, and they played fucking Call of Duty 1.
That is
first.
that is so insane to
It
me.
is.
It's insane for a couple reasons. One, Ninja was in the Halo community.
Like 18 years ago?
It must have been like 5 years ago or so. 'Cause,
Easily, more than that.
Everybody, he was in this, like a bunch of people that I knew that played Halo 3. Everybody played Halo 3, and there was like
Have you played with them?
small community. Of course, yeah.
Cool.
Like that's why this is so strange to me, because I never picture people from the Halo community. It's like how Drake made it out of Toronto. Nobody makes it out of Toronto, right?
Or out of
And then
Degrassi.
suddenly,
Toronto's where you make it out of as a Canadian. Toronto or BC.
oh, never
It's
mind
the
then.
place.
That's
But-
like the New York of...
But it's still so
Oh,
small.
I was thinking of that Drake line.
Nobody makes it out of Toronto.
Something or like
Except for me.
yeah, and then I was like, oh, nobody makes it out of the Halo community. For some reason, I thought
And the ninja said,
haven't,
except for me.
and I haven't made it, but like I have a company and I
you've
have,
made it.
I have a
You've made
job basically.
Yeah, you
and then
made
I like think about all these other Halo pros and like people that all these people that you just in the moment when you're playing Halo competitively and it's your life, you're thinking
yeah.
like these guys are so talented, these guys are such
Yeah.
ballers, and then 5 or 2 years later when Halo's dead in the
doing
pro
nothing,
circuit,
yeah.
they're doing nothing. And then you see people like a couple people. I think there's another guy, Legion, who also has a YouTube channel. He's very successful. And you see those people, and you're like, oh my God, maybe there was actual real talent in that community all along, and it wasn't just Halo skills. And then you see Ninja, who's literally probably the most popular person on the internet right now in terms of streaming and gaming. And
Yeah,
all that.
absolutely. He's gonna be like, he might be more popular than PewDiePie. You know what
It was
I mean?
cool because I watched only like 5 minutes of the stream, and it was really cool just hearing them interact with each other because it was just like, it just sounded like very simple, like fun.
Yeah.
And
It
Drake
there
wasn't even bad.
No,
it
he
was
wasn't.
just like, there was no sense of like trying to be cool on either side. It was literally just like, oh, they're on the right. Oh, fuck, they went to the right.
You could
Oh,
tell
shit,
Ninja was
know?
excited and like trying
Oh,
to keep
yeah,
this
yeah,
cool. Though,
yeah.
for sure. I mean, how the fuck
But
not?
then,
When it's
but then it was
Drake?
cool. Like I heard one thing where it was
Travis
like,
Scott?
like they got their first weapons or something. I've never played Fortnite, but like I guess you land and you get your first
It's
weapon.
fun,
or
yeah. It's
something.
just like PUBG, basically,
Yeah,
but you can build.
and then fucking I heard Drake. He's like, oh man, I got a crossbow. And then Ninja was like, oh fuck, dude, that's like the worst first weapon to get. And then Drake was just like, fuck, I know, man. And it was just like hearing that like
Fuck, I
connection
know,
of two
man.
people that are like come from completely different like
It's amazing.
industries and shit,
Have
just
that
playing
thing
something.
that they
Yeah.
both
That's really
are-
cool.
And then Drake would die, and then he
the
was such a
God.
hype man. He's like, watch the God, man.
Dude, he's like, I got you, baby. I got you,
Yeah.
baby.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
How's it going? Oh, that's for me.
Welcome to our podcast.
You want to join us?
I'm working.
What's your life story?
My life story?
Yeah.
You can break down.
Ooh, another piece to the puzzle, guys.
All right, man.
No,
Thank
You have a good one. Thank you
Cheers,
so
brother.
much.
Have a good one.
What is that?
This, to stray from the previous conversation, this is a Photo Dio lens mount adapter, M39 to M42. The reason I have this is because I ordered an old Russian vintage lens.
Very cool.
A vintage Russian projector lens. So it's like it was used on an old Russian projector. And if you combine
You
that,
needed the mount.
if you combine that little like piece with a 42 millimeter hexacoid, that like length goes from 17 to 31 millimeters, and you like somehow put that together, and then you put an EF mount on that. I don't know if it's gonna look cool, but it might
you
be a
get
cool
an
test.
EF
mount?
It was like
Is this
$60 total
Is
to
this
make
you
a
making your lens?
sort of. I
That's
have
cool.
I have
I-
a really old it's what's it called? It's not a Tamron. It's
Fujinon
no. It's a
Olympic.
So is it the K? Or no, it's a K mount lens from I'll have to bring it in. It's a really cool lens, and I got an adapter for it, but it didn't work on the 6D.
Oh, we should test
it
that out.
might work on the C200. It's a really cool because it was from a film camera.
Does it have like swirly sides? Because that's what I was going for with this. That's what I can do with
No,
Russian
this
thing.
one
Swirly side.
It's you'll see. I'll show you.
I'll
after
bring
this.
it in. I'll bring it in.
But I have a dream, you guys.
I have a drink.
And my dream is to eventually have my own version of Cook lenses. I want to somehow down the line
Suptic
learn
lenses.
No, because it sounds.
S lens.
I don't want people to be like, I'm going to order myself a suck dick lens, and all the high school kids come back.
STV.
but-
STV lens.
STD.
I want to make my own
STD
lenses, basically, and I
Yeah.
want to make them. I want my own version of the Cook look, because
That's so
everybody talks
cool.
about the Cook look with Cook lenses,
Yeah.
because they're those anamorphic. They've got like it's soft. They're softer like anamorphic lenses, and movies use them and all that shit. And it's just you think a Cook like the top of the line. These are the lenses you want to make, and there's something about lenses that just appeal to me. So I'm starting off by just testing, working with these different things, and then eventually I want to learn how to make my own lens, do my own glass, and all that. And then
that's so
maybe
cool, dude. That's a really cool
so
passion to
fucking
get
cool.
into, because it's definitely the look is all about what lens you use. Like you can use, a body's like
Yeah.
25% of what's up.
And then you've got like Zeiss
bored?
lenses. Sorry, but then you've got like all these lenses, and they don't have personality. But then you have Cook, and it's amazing. And
They're
then
gonna
you've got
start talking about superheroes.
it's just
soon.
Do you like
Dude,
Cook
so in the
lenses?
Infinity Wars trailer, man, remember when Captain America fucks Thanos?
oh yeah, actually let's talk about that because
Wait,
that's
what?
no, don't talk
The
about
Infinity Wars
superheroes,
trailer, did you
please.
see it?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Please don't.
Let's cut to a clip.
I'm very
We put the
excited.
entire trailer in the podcast.
Just let's cut to the clip of Captain America holding down from the
I've
gauntlet.
got
Two theories.
2 theories.
Explain. So
got 2
explain.
minutes
Give them
to say
give them the
I got
context.
3
And-
theories. And just deal with this.
Context.
So you guys know Captain America.
Yeah.
He's a super soldier.
Yes.
So he's extremely strong, peak physical conditions. He's got superhuman speed, but like not like Flash level, but just like since his
Very
muscles
fast.
are so strong, he can run super fast, super long, right? And so he's got all those peak physical abilities. He's, I'd say, in the MCU, in the comics, Spider-Man is stronger than him for sure. But in the MCU, I think that he's slightly stronger than Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man is 10 times stronger
In the MCU,
in the MCU. Yeah,
What's MCU
No.
mean?
I read about it.
Marvel Comics
I
Universe.
swear to God.
did he just not tap into that strength yet?
I think so.
Okay, because remember when in Civil War when he's like Captain America brings down the
Yeah,
thing
I'm pretty
and
sure he
holds it
hasn't
up?
tapped into it yet.
Yeah, because Captain
I
America
think it's
literally,
actually
or Tony Stark said to him in Spider-Man
Yeah.
Homecoming, he's like, if Cap wanted to put you down, he could. It's
Oh,
because
this was
when
all day
he
yesterday.
had, hey guys, don't talk
Son
over
of a
us.
bitch, this
Just when
is-
we're talking.
I'm listening.
It'll be quick.
Because when
already
he
not.
had the web on his arms and he was pulling him to see how strong Spider-Man was to know if he could.
He
drop
hasn't
that
tapped
thing
into
on
the
him.
strength yet. Yeah.
So Captain America is very strong.
Yeah.
And so Thanos, who is a literal god and had an infinity gauntlet with 3 stones on it. I think
Literal
it was
god.
A literal god with the space stone, which can morph and fucking warp space and time and shit. The power stone, which is what Ronan had in Guardians of the Galaxy, which you could literally destroy an entire planet with.
Of course.
And I think he had one more stone on it. That gauntlet,
Go on.
Captain America pushes it back from him.
Oh my God! Incredible.
So
I
that could
think
be
that's
one
really
of
cool.
two
That's
things.
very
That could be
strong.
one of 2 things.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it right now. Either A, Thanos is just toying with Captain America.
Which is what I think is the reason.
I think it is too. But the more exciting version is Thanos kills Captain America right there. Steve Rogers or Chris Evans doesn't have any more films. Or maybe
Really?
one more in his contract.
Oh my God.
Then he kills him.
But check this out. This is a theory, and I think that this is what they're going to do. And I might have read this. Cap dies.
Okay.
Doctor Strange has the time gem.
Oh God.
No, they have to go back to the 90s
That's cool though.
because Captain Marvel and Hank Pym, who's Michael Douglas, were already heroes before all this shit. I'm loving that. So
Who's
that's
sociopathic now?
you don't like superheroes?
I don't mind them.
So that's how they bring Captain Marvel and the original Ant-Man into the
They're
MCU.
all right.
And so they fuck shit up and do whatever they need to do. But that's also going to have the Skrull invasion, which are like the shape-shifting and secret invasion in the comics. The Skrulls completely, like half the heroes were replaced with Skrulls who like shape-shifted.
Okay,
to
now
take
you've
their-
lost me because I don't know anything
Yeah.
about that.
Oh god, it's so fucking cool. I'll give you the comic.
We
tweet.
always have to listen to your stupid British shows you keep bringing up. Dude, fucking White Gold?
I love White
Fucking
Gold.
Garth Renge's Darkest Hour with Christian Hodham?
Yeah.
Like,
Christian Bale.
what do you want to talk about, Buck? What do you have to bring to the
I've
table?
got. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
You're
So if
absolutely
you don't
right.
have a topic,
I know.
then make one.
Okay.
But before we do that, we have a sponsor. Today's episode is brought to you by Vincero. Thank you, Vincero, for sponsoring the podcast. Luxury watches for the young hustler. Are you looking to increase your perceived success and wealth without paying a huge price tag? Vincero has a modern and contemporary style that looks bold and professional. Get the watch built for a boss. It's time to step up your game and stand out. A luxury watch doesn't have to cost you a fortune, and you'll see why when you check out Vincero. Every watch is manufactured and quality checked by hand before being shipped out to you, the customer. This is the kind of attention to detail and dedication to quality typically only seen with luxury watch brands over $500, while Vincero watches start at a little over $100.
So I've got this awesome Vincero watch. This is my little sweet darling right here. It's got the nice black face and the gold face. So I love wearing this. It goes with a lot of different outfits, casually, even very professionally, like I dress every day, like right now.
With over 5,000 5-star reviews and a 2-year warranty, you can shop with confidence. You have to check them out. I know you'll love their watches just as much as I do. Go to vincerocollective.com/pine30 and enter promo code PINE to get 15% off your entire order. Don't blend in, stand out. Get a Vincero watch at vincerocollective.com/pine30.
30.
/pine30.
Pine 30.
vincerocollective.com/pine30. Yeah, I mean, I'm very happy about my Vincero watch.
I
It's a
miss
nice,
mine.
nice
Mine's
tan
somewhere.
band.
I think it's improved your perceived wealth.
I think you're right.
I have a shirt like this.
I wear this a lot when I go out. Normally, I don't wear watches because I have extraordinarily skinny wrists, and usually watches don't look good on me, and they are more a pain
Well,
than anything. But these are great and make me look,
Also,
makes me
we're
look fancy.
why are we talking about you physically? Why are you so hairless?
What are you?
You
Oh,
took
goodness,
your top off
yeah.
yesterday.
I'm not completely hairless.
Oh my god, it's so.
Do you even have pubes?
Honestly,
The weird thing is, you are not the first person in recent memory that said that.
I said it yesterday. That's why I
Honestly.
repeated the joke.
Also, your wife on speakerphone in the car thought that I was a woman.
A creepy feminine voice. That's how she.
And also, the
that's how she
police thought I was a
describes you.
woman on the phone.
Yeah, and a little girl.
That's why they came out.
That's why they came out.
You're
Dude,
so lucky though.
I've been called a woman on the phone probably 5 times in the past month.
Excuse me, ma'am. I need you to calm down.
Oh, yeah.
You just stop yelling racial slurs at me, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm reading an instruction manual. I mean, I'm officer. But I am hairless
yeah.
Did you have-
so smooth?
You remind me of a naked mole rat.
for sure.
A cute one, though.
Minus all the
A
wrinkles.
cute one.
A cute
Yeah.
one.
Thanks,
with
baby.
glasses.
You're a cute-
Thank you
You're a
guys.
hot bitch.
A cute little rabbit.
Do you remember when you were like fucking swole?
I was well, I
You
wasn't
were-
swole, but I was toned.
No, you were pretty
And
swole.
now I look like the kid from that sociopath
your arms are still
Netflix
big
show.
though, but they used to be like bigger and used to have actual
Flex
pec
for me.
pecs.
Flex
Yeah.
for daddy.
I've never been able to get like really nice
yeah,
defined
dude, check this
pecs.
out. I used to be fucked up on nicotine. I was
Check
yeah.
mine.
There was a time in Wisconsin. Ooh, big dad. There was a time in Wisconsin where
Try
I was
mine.
really I can't reach you.
Oh, a little.
Where I was really toned because I was working out every day and eating healthy, and I dropped all that when I moved to LA.
How can you though? You know, like what time do we have to work
Yeah.
out? I don't want to go home and work out for an hour. I want to lay down and hang out with Sammy Joe.
I run with Vinny in the morning. Haven't in the last 3 months, but I'm gonna start on Monday.
Months, I think you said 3 weeks. Haven't in the past 2 years. Vinny's 1 year
Starting
old.
Monday, I'm gonna run every single morning.
Yeah,
promised
we
me.
should all be going for runs. And
Go
also,
for office runs.
you
We're
dropped off.
already
Of,
so tired.
you when we made a pact to eat healthier, you dropped off the next day.
I had pizza. Dude, am I gonna
I was so excited. Do you know how excited about that I
Let's
was?
start again.
I'm not going to start with you ever again.
I'll start.
No,
I'll do
we're
it.
done.
I'll do
on
it.
that. No, you
So
won't.
you're not eating
Give me a
healthy
try.
either?
It's only
Sammy
gonna.
Joe
I'm
would
just-
love that.
I'm just going to do it.
Why don't I do it with you?
Oh no, I'm not doing it with anybody because
Do it.
I can only rely on myself for this.
I'll do it with you.
Nope.
I'm
Okay, just say that you're doing
Locked
it. But
it in. I'm in.
I'm not basing what I'm doing off of you. No, you're not. Well, I mean, sure, you can be in with me, but it's
I
a
was just
different.
checking
We're running different paths.
I'm on the same path as you.
No, yeah, but we're talking differently
Right
about it.
behind you.
So I
On the
won't
same
be.
path.
I won't be focusing on your
I'm gonna
health.
let me know how your health is. I'll let you know how my health is,
I'm just going to do it for myself.
and I'll do it for you.
And you'll do it for me.
Oh my god.
We'll do it for we.
I think we've exhausted all our topics.
So, have you apologized to Trevor yet, you fucking bastard?
And for a little context for that, the other day when we were in the car, how did it even start? You were
was
actually
just-
kind of upset at
No,
first.
no, I wasn't.
it was-
Oh, you
it was
were.
from the
Oh, you
game.
were. Here's where it
Uh,
started. It started
I was
on the
joking.
couch when we were trying to
Oh,
figure
that's
out
where it
what time.
started,
We're trying
yeah.
to coordinate what time Buckley was going to do his sponsorship, or not, his
And also,
collaboration.
to go even further back than that, nobody really knows. Buckley himself doesn't really know how he fits into the Let's Play family, and we thought we didn't know.
Yeah.
Yet now there's Buckley,
And
who's
Buckley's a gamer who fits in.
first off, who would imagine Buckley to be a gamer? Secondly,
True.
Me.
on YouTube, and thirdly, how does he fit into a bigger company? And he suddenly is asked to do a collaboration with Achievement Hunter.
Yep. And then he's trying to figure out if he needs to go to Culver City to use Funhouse's computers or stay here and work on ours. So he tries to call Trevor, who didn't answer. Rang right through to the voice tone to leave a message.
Yeah.
Didn't answer. I call, one ring, Trevor answers.
I know.
And then we call him out on it, and he's like, "Oh, we just finished recording. It was not a thing."
Yeah, because you called him and he answered.
Immediately
That's
after one
hilarious.
ring, which was very funny. And I'm sure he honestly, like, he's just been busy.
Yeah, no,
But
Trevor's the
busy.
nicest person I've
He
ever met.
answers after one ring. We figured out, and then
And so I was joking,
We head
just
out.
saying, "Oh my god, this guy." And then I just I'd made Trevor into a character in my head, I was going,
Don't
oh,
Trevor
he's-
me.
You'd
I
never.
was going, oh, he's
You
so
never met him,
arrogant.
right?
No, I've never met.
No, you've never
But
met
I-
him, so
but
you
I
don't know
sort
how
of-
nice
but
he
I sort
is.
of
He's
forgot.
so
nice.
sweet. He's
I
one
I
of my
sort of
favorite people.
forgot that. I sort of was
That
acting
you never
like,
met him.
Yeah,
also, we're
I was
talking.
sort
You
of-
had this whole impression of him,
Yeah,
and you
I
were
was
like, "This
sort-
guy is
I-
what I think he is."
I was- no. I
We're
was
talking about
acting
Trevor
like I know
Collins
him.
from Achievement Hunter, not Trevor from
Yeah,
Cow Chop.
Cow Chop, man.
But he didn't pick up my phone, and then it was literally. When did you call him? 12 seconds later.
12 seconds later, exactly.
It was like literally like
And
that.
one ring.
He answered straight away. Hey, how's it going? I was going, you bastard.
It's
Yeah.
more funny though. He was like, "You piece of shit."
And then for the whole day, I was just doing this bit where I was getting more and more annoyed
More
with Trevor.
emails from
And
him.
then Trevor was sending me messages like, just normal messages like, "Hey, sorry about today. Can we rearrange this again?" Da-da-da. And I was going, "Oh God, look at this message I got with Trevor. Oh, sorry about today." And I was-
Taking everything out of context.
completely
and then
making it passive aggressive.
we were already shooting a video at the time, so I was thinking like, oh, this could really be a funny bit.
Oh, yeah.
And we've pranked people before,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, it was so
Like-
sad.
Bernie.
But
really
and that
seeing
one didn't
everything.
work out that well.
No.
But because he doesn't talk to us anymore. But we figured we'd try it again. So
On Bernie.
I was like, James, you should call Trevor and be upset with him, and
Yeah.
start some drama so we could film it and, make money off of it. And you did. And
I
if we
called
can
him.
just do a brief reenactment of the call, you
wanna be
being
Trevor?
Trevor, you being
Sure.
Trevor as well.
Sure thing.
yeah.
and then me being Trevor.
Yeah.
And action.
So the phone's ringing.
Hello.
Hey, Trevor's Buckley.
Hey, Buck. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Listen, what's going on? Are we okay? What
Oh
Cause,
no, yeah, we're fine, man.
all right. You
Yeah.
sure? Because I'm getting these messages from you, and it seems like we've got a problem.
No, oh my gosh, no. I'm so sorry if you felt like that.
Well-
I really didn't mean to at all. If it came off like that, I'm so sorry.
I just think that you're talking to me like like I've fucked your mum or something.
I James Buckley, I'm so sorry. I don't think it
He
was
mentioned
like
that he
at
was been under a lot of stress lately.
all. Yeah. He literally was like, "I'm so sorry, man. I've just been under a lot of stress lately, and I could see how it was taken like that."
And then when that happened, we were all like, "Oh fuck, dude, no!"
But it was like even worse. Like that doesn't even do it justice. Like,
His-
you'll have to.
You guys will see it in the video.
He went quiet and he was like, you could feel his brain
Like the
exploding because he just went.
You could feel his heart
happening?
snap.
And then I'll read the text that he sent me after we like apologized and everything, and he still felt so bad, and we felt so bad.
But
So
he was
we
sending
felt
me. He
so
was sending
bad.
me like perfectly fine messages, like perfectly like just sort of.
But
like,
it is really
just
funny.
normal
It's
messages.
very funny the way you were reading them, just because they had exclamation points like out of just like polite excitement and like.
and then
just,
I would read it because he didn't even tell us that he was reading them like that at first, so I wasn't entirely sure.
no,
if he
I
was
did. I
serious.
caught that on because I was like, "That's very funny."
Because then
man.
I read it
That's
and I was
very
like,
good.
Dude, this is a normal text. This is perfectly fine. But afterwards, he texted me, "If James gets cranky again, let me know. Lewis can have him put down." And then he's like, "That was funny, but I felt so bad." Ha ha ha. I'm like, we feel horrible too.
But then I started to get mad
Then Steve
because
started
he
to
sent
get mad.
another text.
But then he's like, "No worries. Really just."
Where's the one about the Sugar Pine Pals or boys?
Just lined up enough where
that
it
was
could have
me.
all been real. Already thought it was wasting his time with trying to schedule a collab.
But
Wasn't gonna work.
then it became
so bad.
became real, and here's why it became real for me. If Buck, when you load the text, you'd be able to read it, and this is why I'm a little bit upset with Trevor.
So he
And I'm not taking this out of context.
I'm not upset with Trevor ever.
I'm upset.
So after the phone call,
Except when he stopped
he
dating
texts
me.
me.
Wait, here's the text.
And again, in his usual sarcastic tone.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh.
Read it.
Please.
Read it exactly how
This
he
guy
sent
is a
it.
tosser. What a confusing moment. I was genuinely concerned. You were miffed about the collab stuff.
Miffed.
Glad you and the Sugar Pals are making stuff.
First off, here we go. Sugar Pals.
Ouch! Condescending.
First of all,
very condescending. Wait.
confusing.
I have a second thing. Glad you guys are filming stuff.
Glad you guys. are
Trevor,
filming
okay.
I know. There's always. that's
We
the thing,
film stuff every day.
That's Trevor's agenda. There's always something.
Of course,
just sort
we're
of it.
filming, Trevor.
stuff. Every single
See, that's
day.
a dig at you guys. Glad you're finally
You and
filming
the Sugar
something.
Pals.
Finally?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
he say
I get it.
finally?
We've
Well, he
got-
didn't say finally, but
But
you
he
got,
meant
you
it.
got
He
that
meant
tone.
it though. I bet.
It's Sugar Pine 7.
Not Sugar
and
Pals.
we film every day.
I mean, he is just.
It's every day, bro.
That's why it's called
so
7.
arrogant.
7 days a week.
Yeah. Minus the weekends. We try to not do that.
6, 5.
6 or 5, yeah,
look,
6 or 5.
Here's a message I got from him yesterday. What's your ETA, young James?
Young James.
I'm older than him.
You're old as
so
fuck,
fucking
man.
old.
Yeah,
Lord,
ETA.
ETA, you're
on your
old
fucking
as fuck,
deathbed. You're on
man.
your
You're
fucking
basically
deathbed.
dead.
But
You're fucking living,
he's
walking
just
in the
sitting
fucking
there-
death.
How are you alive?
You know, he's just sitting there going, oh, God, what's your ETA, young James?
Young James.
And he's supposed to be a manager.
Yeah.
Oh, he's supposed to be.
He's supposed to manage those people. But the reason we didn't do the collab, I was supposed to do something with Michael and Gavin, and they apparently just wandered off somewhere. That's good management. They obviously respect you a lot, Trevor. Jesus.
In all seriousness, though, I am a huge fan of Trevor.
Yeah, I love Trevor so
I know.
much.
Love Trevor.
Such a sweet boy.
He's one of the nicest people.
I mean, I feel terrible now again. I keep,
I know.
gets it. I think I hope.
keep bringing it on myself.
I hope Trevor doesn't think that there's a little even hint of realism.
No,
with
there's
it,
nothing.
because it's
There's not.
entirely
It's called
a joke,
acting.
Trevor.
I think it's the funniest thing to
Buckley.
be mad and take
As
it out of
someone who doesn't
context.
deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like of all the people, the nicest person you could possibly pick to do that
He's
to
a puppy.
is Trevor.
He's a treasure Trevor. That's what they call him. treasure
They call him
Trail Trevor.
Puppy Trevor, Trader Treasure.
Trader Joe Trevor.
They call him Trader, the Trader.
Trevor the Trader Joe Trader Special.
Oh man. Well, guys.
Good old Trevor.
This has been a fucking crazy podcast. We got
Yeah.
real. We all love each other. Every time you guys think there's a hint of like somebody here not liking each other,
Sometimes there is.
You're so dumb.
Oh.
Yeah, no, because
everyone loves
we're
each
like,
other here.
We're real people.
You're not dumb. You're not dumb.
And everyone
Look,
has issues.
We're real friends who encounter real
yeah.
problems, but we are
deal with
the
them.
best of friends, so we deal with them.
These are my best
And-
There's
friends.
a certain level of maturity that we have here,
Yeah.
sort of, in a
So-
good way.
In it,
Yeah.
yeah. It's funny because there's a lot of not maturity that we have
Yeah,
here.
I'm-
But then non-maturity.
Not maturity that we
different.
Yeah.
Different.
I'm yet to see any maturity.
Yeah. You
yeah,
won't be.
fuck
You won't be.
yeah.
You won't be.
The other day when I was driving you guys, I
When I was
man.
driving?
Dude, Buckley just
No,
looked
when
back
I
at me
was
one time
driving.
after I was just going like,
I know. Honestly,
he just looks at me and goes,
Kid was just in the back making weird noises of the car. All three of you were having conversations with each other, but different conversations. And I was just like, Jesus fucking.
And I had to
just
reassure him, I was
thought,
like-
I'm in a car full of children.
I had to reassure him. I was like, Buckley, trust me, these moments don't happen very often.
Oh,
And
yeah,
You
they
need
do.
to stop
They do.
calling your wife on speakerphone when we're in the car.
We're both like,
I was
think
trying
so.
to get it off a speaker.
I don't
You guys
think
have
she
so
likes
many.
us very much.
You guys have so many life issues going on with like everything.
she's calling me up, trying to, we got kids, we got things going on, and you.
And then suddenly-
you lot are just
in the background.
Oh, no, dude, it is not me. I need you to know that. It is not me ever. If I was ever on speakerphone with my wife and we were in the car and other people were talking and like being annoying in the car, I'd be like, guys, this is my wife and she's going to think I'm a fucking idiot if you
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't happen.
But I was.
But I'm not- I don't
I
know
was,
why-
why you go to America.
I was saying that.
to fuck around.
No one heard me.
But you're
I
probably
said
like,
about 3 or 4 times.
Because you're so sweet.
Guys,
This
can
is
you
what
be
you
couldn't
quiet?
hear you over all the other-
No,
I'm
you
only
did
joking.
not.
No, I'm joking.
He
I was about to feel bad.
Guys, can you quiet while we're going?
But like we were saying, there is a lot of immaturity that goes on in the
Yeah.
Sugar Pine 7 world. But also for the moments that actually matter, there is maturity for
Yeah.
sure. And that's why this is a business and that it can be a business
Yeah.
because we all care to a point where it's necessary to care.
Exactly, yeah.
Absolutely. Power Rangers on 3. 1,
I'm the red Power Ranger.
2,
I'm the green
3.
one.
I'm the black one.
Last one.
The green
Peter
one's
Pan.
the best one.
Cool.
Shit, you called it.
Sorry about that, bitch.
Kip does this sweet thing where he sings along to songs even though he doesn't.
Oh,
Has
there's.
never heard the song.
Excuse me?
Let me just
No,
air.
I like it. I thought it was really sweet.
What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking
just sing,
bitch?
you'll hear a song and you'll
He'll just be like, huh?
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
you'll add like a harmony or something.
Yeah, I like music.
I'm
I
upset
know,
with you.
I'm saying
I'm
it's
upset with
sweet.
you.
Okay.
Here's why I'm upset, and it's only this one time that you do this every time. It's when we're searching for new music, and I keep flipping songs. You keep switching and singing to the song that I switched to, even if I've only played it for 2 seconds. So like,
If I like the song.
I'll switch to a rap song, and then Kill will be like, yeah, and then I'll switch to a song right after that's like a jazz song, boom, boom, and it'll be like, yeah, went down, and it's just every single song. It doesn't matter what I switch to. It's just like you'll keep singing to it.
The only thing Steve's looking for is a song that I won't sing to.
I just want to say thank you to our sponsors, Stitch Fix and Vincero, for sponsoring this podcast. Thank you guys so much. We really need you. If you guys want to go check out their links in the description or the stuff that we said in the video, please do. If it interests you, like for the watches and for Stitch Fix to get monthly clothing, please. Thank you.
Guys, if you want to support us, the only way you can do that is by buying merch and hitting those sponsors up. Show Rooster Teeth and us some love.
Because it is necessary
Stitch
For
Fix
our survival.
if you like
for
the show.
guys, for guys of all sizes and budgies.
And budgies, yeah.
Are you a boss?
But
Guys who give a damn.
since our views have been going down a little bit, and I wanted to mention this, we're still, I think, making content that we're very proud of. And
Yes.
we're putting more work than ever into it.
More work than ever, yeah.
And with the lack of views, it's tough to maintain that level of quality, at least in our opinion.
And
quality.
motivation.
And by going to these sponsors and by checking them out and by purchasing merch, that is the main way to support us. And that continues our ability to make these videos that we think are good, and hopefully some of you guys think are good as well. So if you are a fan of the content, then please help us out.
I'm waiting for you guys to realize the correlation of, like, recently your views are starting to go down, and recently you've had someone else in a couple of videos.
Oh, yeah. James Buckley, the curse, the plague.
That's it. That's the kind of quality I bring. Do you remember the other day we were making a video and I just fell over? And I said to you, I said, well,
That's all you could have thought
I
of.
needed to justify being there.
All right, the podcast is over.